The little Burt's Bees, not sponsored, on here. I got vanilla bean. Thank you, Timmy. I appreciate you doing that, especially when I'm trying to start a video. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Pixie Palace. I am Jen Nieto, aka Pixie Post, and you're probably wondering who the heck I am and who this dude is. This is Timmy. And he is Timmy. That's the only way I can describe him. He even has his own hashtag, TDGAF. Y'all can figure that one out. And he really has pure catitude. But he's kind of like a Gemini like I am. He's very loving, charismatic, sweet, and just a wonderful grounding anchor for me in my life. Then there's the other half of him that likes to climb windows at 3 a.m., attack the blinds if I don't let him outside, just run around like a fool, and just really mess up my videos when I'm trying to do stuff. But hence, that's part of life with Timmy. So he even has his own playlist, which I'll link above in case you want to see some older videos of his antics. And some were for the Hive blockchain, which is a social decentralized platform that I'm involved in on the side, and other times it was just a video to show you what he does when we're not on camera. I wanted to come back on here just briefly today to let you guys know I am coming back to this channel. I'm not abandoning it. I am not going to do a whole full-fledged video of where I've been and why I left and I'm really back now and then I disappear for another month. Real life. Life gets in the way sometimes. Sometimes we have to fill our own cup in order to continue with our life path. And that was one of those situations. When I came back from my travels, I was really not in a good place, mentally and even physically. So I realized I had to take a step back for a while. Really, a lot of the things in my life just didn't have the same meaning as they once did. I noticed that my anxiety was at a high. I was going into a depressive episode, which I haven't experienced quite some time. I've experienced anxiety, but not depression. So ever since I started counseling, as I had mentioned in my last couple of videos I was going to do, I've been very fortunate. I've had a really good fit with my therapist. She is very, very sweet, very understanding, very compassionate. She asks the right questions, but not in the stereotypical way that you would think a therapist would. She helps direct me into figuring out things for myself. I have some deep issues that are the root of what my depression went into. I had encountered and I'm still going through, even though no progress has been made on the situation. But I got to the point where I realized that I had to start looking at moving forward. I had to start working on myself and relinquish what I can't control. The only thing I can control is how I react to certain things and my own life. And I started realizing this a little bit more in a heart-centered way. My therapist had a perfect phrase, and I love it, and it's so true. She said the heart is usually the last one to the party. Meaning I knew a lot of these things I'm working through, the root of my anxiety, the root of my depression, my triggers, all of that. I knew it all logically, being outside of the situation that caused this to happen. However, my heart didn't understand that. Looking through the lens of my anxiety, that I was only seeing things from that perspective. I wasn't seeing it in the other party's perspective. I wasn't seeing it in my clear-headed way of thinking. And now that I'm outside of the situation and working on it, I'm still very sad about the result of the situation, and I'm hoping that in time it will transform itself into a more positive outcome. However, I can't put my life on hold. I can't hold on to it so tightly when there really is no reason to. I'm not going to get into what the situation was. I own my part of it. We will see how the other part of the situation resolves itself. But I do know that I would definitely make a different decision now, how I reacted and how I went forward. Right now, the only thing I can really do is work through it so it doesn't happen again. And sometimes we have to be gentle with ourselves as we're making these revelations. However, everybody's different. Everybody reacts differently to things. And sometimes some people within a certain situation like that will bounce back faster, and some will take longer to transmute all that energy. And there is no right or wrong answer. It is okay to take time on yourself. It is okay to work on yourself. It's actually a good thing so that we can grow and be more open to loving ourselves and forgiving ourselves as well as anybody else involved. And for me personally, it's a deeply rooted issue that the triggers came from. And it was something I didn't realize in the situation that was happening, because my anxiety was so to the roof that I wasn't seeing it for what it was. So fast forward to now, I will say this with emphasis. When you are dealing with a depressive disorder or anxiety or what have you, it's not something that just goes away or you get over it or you just get happy. It's not like that. And if you don't experience that, it may be hard for you to understand that. It is like anything. It's like having diabetes or having a blood pressure problem. It's something you have to monitor day to day. Not that you have to obsess about it or maybe not even think about it consciously every day, but it's certain routines and certain practices and certain mindsets you have to practice every day in order to keep it at bay. And when you have a situation like myself, in situational anxiety, when you have that, get the support you need, whether it's a therapist or a good friend who listens or a family member. Also do meditation, read a good book, unplug from social media that tends to have a negative, toxic vibe in a lot of cases. It's okay to keep busy at work if that's something you enjoy, but also don't let it get to the point where you just keep busy and don't deal with the feelings. There's a fine line in between sitting with the feelings and feeling it and allowing yourself to process it and staying there. And that's what I was doing. I was staying there. I was really beating myself up. Even my therapist said I was very hard on myself. And I'm still wrestling with that because of the situation that happened. I would not react or even act like I did in that situation now if I were in it. And there's a part of me that blames myself for that. And it's going to take a while to process through that. However, I am starting to realize I'm human like everybody else. Even if I have a channel with spiritual awareness and me helping you get to that point in yourself, it doesn't mean I'm exempt from human experience or making mistakes. We all do. There's no perfect person. There's only perfect intentions. And if we take the chance to better ourselves, do what we call the shadow work, really understanding why we react to certain things, whether it's our own selves or ancestral healing that needs to be done, It could be a lot of different levels. So I'm learning a lot. Some of it I knew logically, but my heart is starting to catch up, and it is starting to show up for the party. And I think that's really important when your heart and your mind start working together synchronistically, because that's when you really start understanding your own truth and really start understanding what makes you tick, what brings you joy, what doesn't bring you joy, and how you can go about to make the best life possible for yourself. In turn, when you do that, you can start showing up for others. You can start helping others. You can really start rediscovering your life mission. Because if you woke up today, you are meant to be here for a reason. Every day you wake up and take a breath, that's another chance to make a difference in your own life as well as others. And it doesn't have to be in huge leaps and bounds, as I always say. It can be in the smallest thing, like a smile or checking on your text, or maybe even communicating with your own significant other to let them know you care. Yeah, Timmy! And, Timmy, of course, agrees. So it's a learning process, and I wanted to share this with you guys in case you were on the fence about going to a therapist, or you're feeling very alone, or feel like you would never get out of that funk. You're going to be okay. It may not be the easiest journey. I am having a good day today. Yesterday was okay. So I'm taking a day-by-day basis. I'm trying to be gentle with myself as well as encourage myself to do the work, because that's the only way things will happen. Spiritual awakening or not, that is the reality of things. That's just a little life update for those of you who are curious where I've been or what I've been doing. And also good news, I will be going back to the weekly Oracle card readings every Sunday. The first one will be on May 1st at 10 a.m. like I used to. I will be in the live chat, so definitely hit the notification bell so you'll know when I upload those videos or when I set those premieres. Also, if you like this kind of video, please click like and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow, and I'd love to have you as part of the Pixie Dust community. And until the next time, I hope you guys are well. I love you to the moon and back, and always remember you are enough. Until the next time, to know yourself is to know your truth. Namaste.